is something I have observed, and now I feel I must say it. I have found your presence to be inspiring. With your growth in the Force, you seem to have found your center, and throughout the dangers we face, you remain calm and focused. I understand now why others followed you to war. Perhaps that is what leadership is, and it is something I have seen in only a few during my travels. In any event, it has been some time since I traveled with a Jedi, nor one so firmly upon the path. I wanted to thank you. I fear the stories that were spoken of you have misrepresented you, and if I have the opportunity, I shall reverse them whenever they arise. Very well. Then I shall keep my favorable opinions to myself. That is hardly surprising. What do you wish to know? You are correct. I am afraid I have not been entirely open with you concerning my past. If I look familiar, it is because we have met before, at the Enclave on Dantooine, many years ago. As on Coruscant, Force-sensitive children are taken to Dantooine as well, though it is done rarely and only with those they believe are destined to become Jedi Knights. It is the secret nature of the place. If you are not chosen by a master when you have come of age, however, then the path of the Jedi is denied to you. I met you on Dantooine, long ago, briefly. You taught us the ways of combat, how to hear music within the movements of a lightsaber blade. It is difficult to explain the difference between you and Master Vrook, but I think it is because he was knowledgeable, but not a leader, not a mentor. You were different. We could all feel it, and I knew that if I were to have a master, I would want it to be you. And then you went to war. Many Jedi went to war, and the Jedi Masters proclaimed that you were Jedi no longer. Atris, the mistress of the Archives, was first among them. I knew at that moment that if you would no longer be a Jedi, then you must be correct. I realized I did not want to be a Jedi. Instead, I wished to follow your path, and in any event, there was no one to train me, even if I wished it. They all went to war as I grew past the age of acceptance. It is possible to forget the Force, you know. If you have not felt it strongly enough, then there is little to miss. But I never felt the Force as strongly as I did when I was with you. And so I decided to serve the Republic, study the Jedi teachings, gather them perhaps. It was important to me to understand the Jedi now that they were gone. I felt some part of you should be preserved, so that your lessons would not be lost. Perhaps. I still harbor doubts about the path I walked. I think you are right. It is time. I have watched you. You have become strong in the Force again. But that is not all. You have achieved a center in the chaos around us. I have felt it, my master. The one intended for me, left to fight in the Mandalorian wars. Now she has returned. And I ask her now if she will train me in the ways of the Force. The one who was to be my master was lost at Malachor 5.
So it ends.
I want you to teach me the ways of the Force, to become a Jedi Knight, what I meant to be. Yes, is something wrong? At times I meditate, simply close my eyes and listen. It is quite calming. I try to treasure these moments before the next crisis begins. Of course, it would be my pleasure. I try to treasure these moments before the next crisis begins. That is hardly... Not much remains of the Jedi. I'm trying to find what little does remain. There are so many histories, relics, holocrons that speak of their teachings and their code. I fear that unless someone makes an effort to find and keep them, they will be lost forever. Because I fear that unless the Jedi teachings are preserved, we will lose the galaxy. And because, whatever my feelings for the Order, they do not extend to preserving their knowledge. That is hard. I do not know if you are aware of how fragile the Republic is at the moment. Its influence is stretched thin. It grows weaker with time. Still, there is hope, and I must remind myself of it, even when times grow dark. As long as we hold Onderon and Telos, then perhaps we have a chance. There are many factors. Aside from protecting Telos and Onderon, we need a rallying force. We need the Jedi, even if they are just figureheads. That is why I traveled to Dantooine, to find some trace of them. The Jedi are a symbol. As much damage as their reputation took during the Sith War and the Jedi Civil War, there are still many who they serve as an example. Plus, there have been times in the past where a single Jedi has been enough to change the face of a world, or a galaxy. I suppose I still believe that might be possible. Despite the betrayal of many of the Jedi against the Republic, I must concede that as figureheads, they do serve a vital role. The Republic is fragile right now. Telos is important because its success will determine whether or not the other dead worlds receive the same reconstruction efforts. If Telos is rebuilt and made habitable again, it will affect a string of worlds along the rim. Onderon, strangely enough, was unaffected by the Jedi Civil War. It's almost as if Revan didn't want to attack it. Its resources and position on the rim make it a vital supply line and guard post against outer rim attacks. Also, it's the only world in the Republic still capable of seeding ecosystems into other dead worlds. Onderon's wildlife is some of the most aggressive in the known galaxy. Merely placing some of those beasts on target worlds will guarantee their habitation for years to come. The Jedi Civil War brought much suffering to the galaxy, and the forces that Malak and Revan amassed against us seemed limitless. Many worlds were destroyed, trade routes disrupted, and the Republic fleet was almost decimated. While it is said that Revan and several Republic heroes and Jedi defeated Malak, in many ways Malak had already won. The war was costly, and it shattered the Republic. In time, the Republic might recover, but if a threat strikes now, if certain key worlds are not held, then the Republic will collapse. Telos, Onderon, Dantooine. Without them, the Republic will either die slowly or quickly by fire. That is my thought. The Republic is not without its flaws, but it is preferable to anarchy. Without supply lines and a standing military, the chaos that would result would be greater than the Mandalorian Wars. Forgive me, but there is something I must ask. In my study of the Jedi histories and the more contemporary records, I have heard tales of a Jedi who was exiled. You are that Jedi, but the records are somewhat evasive on why this was done. I wanted to discuss why you chose to leave the Jedi Order and accept exile. I see. And because you went to war, they cast you out? Do you have a record of this trial? Perhaps I shall examine it when I get the chance, with your permission. I appreciate your trust. Thank you.
Smuggler's Moon. It's the gaping maw of Nal Hutta, swallowing all the cargo and spaceport thugs the galaxy has to offer. Mandalorians, mercenaries, war veterans, and pilots from the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War ended up on Nar Shaddaa, from all sides of the conflict. When the last war ended, there was no place left for them to go. Nar Shaddaa's a rough place and easy to get lost in. Or for someone to get lost. If you wanted to keep out of sight from the Sith for a while, you couldn't pick a better spot. It means glorious jewel in Huttese, but don't let that fool you. It's the central breeding grounds of the Hutts. Nar Shaddaa orbits it. Nal Hutta's as slimy as the Hutts. Lots of swamp and bloated gas. It's where those slugs reach out and grab chunks of the galaxy. Trust me, we're not going to go anywhere near the place unless we want to be washing the stink out of our clothes for the next few years. Yeah, some came looking for work running freight and cargo. Still, there's only so many ships to go around and so many workers, so others lend their weapons to the Hutts in the exchange. It's become a prime base for raider recruitment across the galaxy. It won't be easy. There's so much traffic on Nar Shaddaa, finding anyone on the moon's surface is going to be hard. We're going to touch down in the refugee sector. There's a lot more traffic there, and it's harder for people to spot you coming in, or find you once you arrive. Anyone flying the star lanes has docked on Nar Shaddaa at least once. I wouldn't want to live there, and I doubt anyone does by choice. Not everyone who came to Nar Shaddaa were soldiers. A lot of worlds were destroyed by the Mandalorians and the Jedi. Left a lot of people wandering the galaxy. It won't be easy. There's so much traffic on Nar Shaddaa, finding anyone on the moon's surface is going to be hard. We're going to touch down in the refugee sector. There's a lot more traffic there, and it's harder for people to spot you coming in, or find you once you arrive. I've plotted a course for the refugee sector, and we should touch down within the hour. Once we're down, we should finally be able to breathe easy. There's no way anyone's going to find us here.
You have heard that the Jedi comes to Nar Shaddaa. While she walks upon the smuggler's moon, she is not to be harmed. Observe her, track her, but do not eclipse her movements, or I shall eclipse yours. You must, because one Jedi attracts others. It is the way of things.
Tawachosimu poinda rakawa ichi rendumu mopara makawana abawasi. You kroren man mapusiti nolara.
Honto no saka, jita pedwana maticha, kichu no kada mirenito. Renfiloso ni heku chupanaret atamakcha.
Taranamosibu in Nasarans, Krema Sukun Ratungala, Chawi Mojubu in Kosoracha, Bomababe want to susintu mukarata, to esfrectonatada be mabar jokto, Torenibu inturata sisi meborokra.
Request. If Goto's vessel is no longer neutral ground, inform us so that we might initiate assassination protocols and commence firing at once.
Kavadumpe masuraku popayi botenya tachemorosa kansa javaskobo sabjo rijiso karianokso muchito sasagrindeyo kichu no kadaminito. Renfiloso ni heku chupanaret atamakcha. The upo boteño go jucho picha, gwen tabani sochu, norotoga proto lalashishi, jubadosa jibacha, ratakmansan, dokosha na chitolo.
Observation. Jedi follow the self-destructive path of pacifism and tolerance. They will not attack first.
Doveri nincha, yonona shitasa chuch. Doveri nincha, yonona shitasa chuch. Gole resadish. Ranta kras mobas.
Ah, the beautiful stench and decay of desperate living.
This moon, it teems with life. It is difficult to center oneself.
Never have I been to a place so alive with the Force, yet so dead to it. The contrast is like a blade.
Word of warning, watch where you step. You'll fall for hours. Sure, most of the landing pads around here are unclaimed, or should be. They're pretty badly maintained, so they're not safe to land on. Well, I mean, not this one. But they all have the reputation, so we should be all right. I think. No, but I forgot to tell them we were landing. The refugee sector's a dead zone. No one cares too much who flies in and out of here as long as they're not carrying cargo that the Exchange or the Hutts might want a piece of. Maybe a little, but landing here means we didn't have to transmit our ID signature. You know what trouble that always brings. In fact, while we're here, we should get those signatures changed. Wouldn't make us such a target when we enter a new system. Alright then, let's move out. Where are we headed exactly?
It does not matter where we go. If what we seek is here, we shall come upon it in due time.
Yeah, if you want to stay on the ship and meditate some more, don't let us stop you. And just being here should be enough. People in the refugee sector don't tend to ask too many questions. We should be safe enough. Alright, if you have any questions, just ask. We should be able to leave the ship here as long as we want. No one supervises these landing pads anymore.
You there!
Uh-oh.
What's with you? Letting that piece of junk sink its struts into my landing pad! No, really? Thanks for the insight. And here I was, thinking you were a smart human. I got another ship coming in, and unless you want that piece of junk's hull crushed flat, you better move it. Got it? That's none of your business. All you need to know is that they're gonna be firing up their quad lasers if they find your ship squatting there when they arrive. Yeah? Right now, all I'm hearing is talk. How much you offering? Done! Pleasure doing business with you. I got some visitors booked for your space, but I'm sure the two of you can work it out when they arrive.
No! Look, you can't keep us trapped in the refugee sector. We can't survive there. You've got us locked in. down! Thanks for your help. They would have crippled me for sure. Well, they work for the Exchange, for a clone named Visquis. He's looking to step up in the Exchange. The only language the Exchange respects is money, so Visquis is trying to increase his profits by using the refugees here in Nar Shaddaa as a cheap labor force. We're only good to him as slaves and merchandise. He wants to keep us in one place, so he can control us. That's always been the way. Well, except lately. The Exchange has been clamping down on the refugee sector hard, and I've no idea why. They've started kidnapping people, hurting others, but there seems to be no reason to it. You don't. He comes to you. If he's got reason to. Either because you can help him out, or because you're making trouble. Either way, it's not a good thing. Whatever your reasons, thanks.
I saw what you did to those Exchange thugs, stranger. Can you spare a few credits, maybe help another refugee in need? Thank you, stranger. I won't forget your kindness.
Why did you do such a thing? Such kindnesses will mean nothing. His path is set. Giving him what he has not earned is like pouring sand into his hands. And would that be a kindness? What if by surviving another day he brings a greater darkness upon another? The Force binds all things. The slightest push, the smallest touch, sends echoes throughout life. Even an act of kindness may have more severe repercussions than you know or can see. By giving him something he has not earned, perhaps all you have helped him become is a target. Seeing another elevated often brings the eyes of others who suffer. And perhaps in the end, all you have wrought is more pain. And that is my lesson to you. Be careful of charity and kindness, lest you do more harm with open hands than with a clenched fist. Good. Mind what I have said. Use your power, but in its proper place.
Raktada cemense bengaru rugotodo unde chuchamataso benkisha manenset. Terewana jun konata dela rakuno tuna. Dai rinto ron kavre kare papanalar. Charanana gundoso remine a kelorak de gur.
Big Ears here might know someone who can change the Ebon Hawk's ID signature. Could be useful for avoiding notice.
Der rinto ron to wakavre koe wap gerebu. Henso telepachan korsodaranane gra delonota choloren. Charanana gundoso remine a kelorak de gur. Katpada Fiauratora pada no ringatel camarada telefibunum. Terewana jun konata dela raguno tuna. Dai rinto ron kavre kare papanala ranshinga. Terewana jun konata dela raguno tuna. Dai rinto ron kavre kare papanala. Ona jun seni sensen drawiche kanel komra.
Besotre naga. Tuninto ki rakontun.
Manama treto sovra barakto drun. Krishe mentru gre bavano flantu.
Graci ubaci kompadwana muska na boska wamba. Gavadumpa munsuru kuplalia. Bornacinin sopo maranca wongo kumbiaste. Diumpe, due punta crit. Ciret kurangata in kuntanga. Gavadumpa munsuru kuplaliawa. Mulibrawa iberendia.
Please, look, I already paid the exchange what I have. Oh, look! Here's the one with your credits. About time. Look, these gentlemen are getting impatient. Are you crazy? That was exchange muscle. When they hear about this, they'll come back a dozen strong and tear you limb from limb. All right. What'd you want to know? Jedi Master? Are you crazy? There aren't any more Jedi running around, let alone Masters. But you're serious, aren't you? All right, well, look. If I were a Jedi, I'd be where I could help people. As for where that happens on Nar Shaddaa, I have no idea. The bounty hunters don't have any one place where they stick around. The best thing I can tell you is if you want to find one, get a bounty on your head and then wait. Are you serious? All right. I must be doing something right for you to come along and bail me out like you did.
I guess the Jedi Code is still alive and well. If you say so, I'm not sure I believe it. There's a lot of people who need help in the galaxy. If we stop to help each one, the Sith are going to be on us faster than anything. Let's just accomplish our mission first, then worry about everyone else. Something up? All right.
Sarda Chornilo Tabe Duanamat, Dakaprota Gocha, Jarkomati Sochba.
are disturbed. I can feel them from a great distance, like a shiver running through you. It is Nar Shaddaa, the true Nar Shaddaa that you feel around you. It is this moon, with the metal and machines stripped away and the currents of the Force laid bare. I'm surprised you can feel it. I feared the damage to you had deadened you to such perception. What you feel is the echo of the minds of these creatures within the Force. Their anger, their greed, their desperation. It is life. One might as well heal the universe, but such manipulation is possible, yes. It requires that one be able to feel the critical point within the fractured mass, and know how to strike it in such a way that the echoes travel to your intended destination. Have you learned nothing? Healing is manipulation, and if you do not realize it yet, then you will discover that an act of healing depends largely on your perspective. Manipulation is done through propelling events, or selected ones, into motion. It is done through teaching, through example, and through conviction. And the greatest of victories are not manipulations at all, but simply awakening others to the truth of what you believe, of hearing it echoed around you in life. But let us be silent. Words and thoughts are distractions. Feel this moment for as long as it will last.
Doverincha, Yonona Shitasa Chuch, Ruanatu no Bayes, Dorcha no Bankani Honkades. Torsenda Winoto, Tono Tucha, Tocharanaka, Nusurankana.
Hawai Twachi was a child of an Amashna, the Rani of an hour out in the village. Hawai Twachi was a child of an Amashna, the Rani of an hour. Bashni Vanina Mashna, or a Huna Kime Watani. Hara, he never. Bashni Mahira, the one in the restaurant.
Febko Mariam Gawatasitu Insula Rakarakachata Tamaso Kinchuda Wanka Mopiuna Wanasi Donos Emaragith Wanarakora Donos Emaragith Wanarakora Chidrunka Sa Inchobin Sasha Dosimana Racha Febko Donos emeragith. Wanara gorachi drumta sa inchobin sasha. Dosimana rachata. Febko em. Dawa josimu poendo rakawara ichi rendumomo.
Bota su, melempas teramak toring kumarawan.
I think maybe you should let me handle this one.
Kichu no kada mirenito. Renfiloso ni heku chupanaret atamakcha. Tahupo botenyo go jucho picha. When tabani sochu, norotoga proto lalashishi. Juwadosa jip.
Oh, hello. You have caught me at a rare time. Usually there are many players who seek to play, but you are fortunate to have caught me at a moment of quiet. I fear it is because I am simply not a skilled Pazak player. I'm afraid protocol droid skills and language interpretation are not something that lend themselves to Pazak and probability. Why, I cannot help myself. In fact, every time I seek to find the answer to that question, I am consumed with the need to come here and play Pazak. I am concerned that the problem may lie with my memory core. Without routine memory wipes, you know, such degradation is known to occur, leading to instabilities. I fear my obsession with Pazak is one such corruption. I am not sure I wish it fixed. I do find some degree of satisfaction in playing. Would you like to play?
Yeah, maybe if the droid's not very good, there's some credits to be made here.
Oh, most certainly, sir. I am not a good player. Quite the mark, as it were. Why, you are quite correct. If you are indeed skilled, then I would not mind a quick look. Oh, that feels much better. I cannot believe I went on and on about such a foolish game. Thank you, truly thank you. Thank you for repairing me. I feel ever so much better now.
Chomo sincho kavavolpa muliji kumanamin kawana bota yutatanga kinamatora unta chiwita inka kikraya na chawanga kone kawana bota yutatanga kinamatora tayaita da upa bosa kurata go jujuto yoke hiata kometa Playa Justing, Miki Gonko Beaste, Kuke Chubo Graio Bog Noka, Monsikuno Postuna Bugs, Dovrei con Mili Wosa Slima Puwangas, Jone Mullera, Don Kinge Bano Jansaka Nikaraska. Dovrei con Mili Wosa Slima Puwanga Sawana. Da upa bosa kurata go jujuto yoke hiata yam dovrei con mili wosa slima pogo Tonino bapin koneyaka Kawana bota yutatanga kinamatora tayaita ta bosananansata Kawana bota yutatanga kinamatora
Panagrito chimulira nicho tankano Kawana bota yutatanga kinamatora tayaita tabo entomes mi paju watamincha yokolunto ado nukulabirawa
Greetings. I am B5D8. This is a warehouse privately owned by Voga. Your specific business-related inquiries will have to be directed to Voga himself. I am not authorized to disclose any information of that nature. However, I can say that this is an entirely droid-operated facility, and as such, we purchase droids for use here. We only purchase droids in larger amounts. If you have a droid you wish to sell, I would ask that you take it to Coded.
Kavadunta na suraku papayi botenya kachimorosa kamsa javaskop. Herinocho, Ninara Docha, Kawanado.
Hikaris Bakoki. Ograkin Unchubagrat Wikile Johnny. Nauchikachi Ayubonta. Manamat Ograkin Unchubagrat Wikile Johnny. Wichi Olano. Matisaka Tunta Shok. Una Turum Kilatia. Hajum Godmalia Lechona Chichiska. Una Cordas. Chupayo Bong Labograturum. Artichimate. Obrakinum Chubagrat Wikile Johnny. Wichi Olano. Ulga Kili Botmalea Nuish. Chichis Kabul. Tapicha Yubon. Yumbula. Watagri Tukchimulira. Nichudank. Obrakinum Chubagrat. Chichis Kabul.
Looks like the Jedi raised their standards. Hanhar. I thought I smelled something. I've told you before, hunt your own targets. Don't scavenge mine. What, working for the Hutt suddenly made you stupider, Hanhar? You touch me, you'll break the truce. And then you won't last long enough to slip off this moon. Don't, Hanhar. I'm warning you. I don't want your life dead, Hanhar. I told you. Yeah, you're right. I'm afraid. I'm afraid if you keep crushing me, I'll accidentally set off my rocket charges and blow us both to Nal Hutta. I'd rather die than be caught by you again, Hanhar.
Baboska Dwana, Chichuba Muska Techa. Gavadumba Munsuru Kuplaliyawa. Takometa, Playa Justing, Miki Gongo Beaste. Kawana Bota Yutatanga Kinamatura. Gavadumba Munsuru Kuplaliyawa. Boba. Untachiwita Inka. Donghite Mosijot. Kawana Bota Yutatanga Kinamatura.
Bodrashon kontichaum, King Lord Aithakun, Aithapatisatok, Diakon Bato Kaun, Chonachoba. Tapichayubong, Chichiskapule, Chumbula, Watagratuk, Chimula. Chupayubong laboraturong Anti-chimait Muleran yun chuba Nilung kagratuk Chimut malayabist wet wata Chichi naudung chong yomabala yuman Yomawa ni boba Lorda wish wanga shachi Nilung kagratuk Chimut malayabist wet wata Chichi naudung chong yomabala yuman Chopiti man punjame Sashange bedwana mulila Chupa wanga kuna konticha Chuna kona sa Chopiti man punjame Sashange bedwana mulila Chupa wanga kuna konticha Chuna kona sa
Graci ubaci kompadwala muska na boska wamba.
Tuelieba kontosa Manchokarlema
Norahagwa muska yoko.
Hara hinemas temanana Chan Oktos Hirema Keres
More where that came from. More where that came from. Let's settle you have left me an opening.
Hey, I saw that ship you flew in on. My ship.
Your ship? I'd lay off the spice if I were you. That's our ship, not yours.
Was I talking to you? I tell you, that ship's mine. It's the Ebon Hawk, isn't it? She was stolen from me during a routine run in the Mid-Rim, near the close of the Mandalorian Wars. The registry's 34P7JK. It's got a temperamental hyperdrive, and the turrets can be sluggish and unresponsive against fast-moving fighters. She's also got 2 secret compartments, one in the cargo hold, right near the plasteel cylinders in the back, and the second beneath the bunks in the starboard cabin.
Whoa, he could have gotten that information some other way than owning the ship. Come on, he's skifting us.
So, you gonna hand it over now, or are you going to be difficult? No deal. A ship's worth its weight in spice on Nar Shaddaa, and nothing's worth being trapped here another year scrounging freight jobs.
What? It's our ship. I mean, your ship, that I fly.
Good to hear you aren't going to challenge it. That makes things a lot easier.
This is one of those times when I'm convinced you're thinking 3 steps ahead of me. And I cannot see the destination.
What are you doing? That's gonna trap us here.
I'll be going now. Get used to the solid ground beneath you.
Let me shoot him in the back. No one has to know.
This is Serico territory. Get out of here before we space you. Got it? We are. Now beat it. This is Serico territory. That's a laugh. Look, blow out of here like space dust, or you'll be a new stain on the cargo hold. All right, you can go see him.
I heard you've been looking for me. We don't need your help. Now, get out of here before I space you. Yeah, what is it? Fine.
Hurry up and take care of your business.
Dovrei kunmili vuosa slima po wanga samo.
Kavanatagalo! Kavanami donki grato.
Tawinti ni ja biasta malavari? Iglati ta chapoi?
Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata.
Dahupa o sakurata go jujuto yoki. Hiata yamba dovrei kunmili vuosa slima po wanga sawana. Mucha do... Unta chiwita inka kikraya na chawanga kone. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita ta bosananansata. Dahupa o sakurata go jujuto yo. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura.
Keep back. I am ill. Contagious, the others say. Really? The others say I have the plague. I'm feeling a little better. Thank you.
So it seems one does not need to be in touch with the Force to act with compassion. It may seem like a small act you did, but some things travel, and more good may come from it. I am honored to have seen a Jedi behave as a Jedi. It was not something I still expected to see in this galaxy. As you wish. Let us continue on then.
Welcome, traveler. My name's Husef. I try to look out for the other refugees. I see you're a stranger here. Watch your step and keep to the camp. You've got the Serico refugees over on the skyward side. They're veterans from the Serico campaign and don't take kind to strangers. And on the inner side, you've got the Overseer and his exchange. They've been pushing us refugees pretty hard lately. Those two have a truce. Neither side wants to mess with the other. Only if we enter their territory. It makes things a little tight here in the camp. Not much room to move. Occasionally, their thugs kidnap people and sell them into slavery with the Hutts. They've also hemmed us in. We used to live all throughout this area, but they've crammed us all in here now. If you could convince either the Exchange or the Serico to give us more space, it would really help a lot. Thanks. Good luck.
Greetings. Are you the spacer we were told about? Oh. We were expecting one of the pilots from the docks sometime soon to come and get us off Nar Shaddaa. He's late. I don't know where he is. I hope not, but you may be right. Thank you. To be honest, I don't even know his name. Some guy named Planor said he had a pilot friend who would take us for 500 credits. 50 credits? Why? I was afraid of that. I knew I shouldn't have trusted him. Thank you. I'm beginning to lose hope that we'll ever get out of here.
Time to even the odds. More where that came from. Something you need of me? Time. I hear you.
Hey, you look like a spacer. You work at the docks? Because if you need a crew, I'm your man. I flew during the Mandalorian Wars, and again during the Jedi Civil War. Yes, and look where I ended up. You need a pilot's license to fly the freighters here. They're tough to get without sponsorship. I'd greatly appreciate that.
I appreciate you convincing Sokwesh to give us more space. We're indebted to you. You've already helped us greatly. Life should start improving for us.
Another refugee? I'm sad to see another join our ranks. I lost my husband Lutra long ago in the Jedi Civil War. When Telos was bombarded by the Sith, some of us were able to escape on in-system shuttles. We floated in orbit for weeks before we were picked up by Republic capital ships. I think the Sith wanted witnesses to what happened to Telos, and I've been drifting from planet to planet ever since, only to end up here with nowhere left to go. You were kind to offer, but unless you can return my husband to me, there is little that you can do.
Let's see, 3 bricks of spice out to Elysia, then with a turnaround, no, that won't work. Come act! Here so soon? I wasn't expecting you for... well, not now, anyway. Yeah, well, I tried to explain that, you see, but, I had no choice. These thugs showed up, and they said that you could go space yourselves. And I was like, no, this is the Red Eclipse, and... You have left me an opening! Together then! Defend yourself! You have left me an opening! More where that came from! More where that came from! Battle is joined! More where that came from! More where that came from! Everyone! Oh my God! Time to even the odds. You have time to put you down to size. Time to put you down to size. More where that came from. You have left me an opening. More where that came from. Everyone, on the guard!
Well, check it again. It can't be anything else. Because I don't like droids. They break. In the head. Well, whatever you call that thing on your head. Yeah, well, if I'm mean to you, it's because I care.
The more worlds we travel to, the more questions I have. It's not just the hardships of the people, but something more. You are right, but there is something more at work here. Yes, these dead worlds, they have a pattern to them. They were all touched by the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War. But sometimes, I feel as if they are all connected in some other way. The attacks on Qatar, Telos itself, the decay on Dantooine. Something is wrong with life. The connections have been damaged, sickened. Sometimes I feel like I almost understand, and then it just slips away.
So close.
No, I do not. I do think there is some greater plan at work here. Perhaps. Dantooine is only one of the worlds. It was only the start of the journey. I would like to study the other locations. It is curious that the Jedi Masters chose those worlds to travel to. I wonder if the two are linked. I know not how.
Something up? All right. Something up? Something up? All right. What did you want to know? Yeah, that's a surprise. Did he say I owed him credits too? I'm as Atten will ever be. And whoever your trusted informant is, he's right. I did show up on Nar Shaddaa during the Jedi Civil War, along with a lot of other refugees. No, because you're asking about it. If I wanted to tell you anything, I would have come and told you. Anything else? Is this an interrogation? If so, you're terrible at it, especially for an ex-Jedi. Or whatever you are. Why don't you just crawl in my head and try to dig out whatever you're looking for rather than asking about it? You know what? I helped you get off Dragas. If I hadn't been there, you wouldn't have even gotten off the administration level. I'm trying to help you. I don't know why I'm bothering. I don't know. I'm not sure I understand it half the time. You know what? Not once have I asked you about the Mandalorian Wars. Not once. I heard about Duxon. Everyone has. I heard about Serico, and I sure as hell know about Malachor 5. What makes you think you've got the right to interrogate me on anything? You've got plenty of lives to answer for. All you Jedi do. How did you even live with yourself after Malachor? Is that why you went back to the Jedi Council? Hoping they'd kill you? Wasn't it? Maybe you thought they'd forgive you. Sure, you might have thought they'd execute you. But Jedi don't kill, do they? At least not their prisoners. Maybe you were counting on it when you went back in chains. So you got off easy. You were exiled, brushed under the cargo ramp, another dirty little Jedi secret. I'll tell you. All those Jedi at Malachor, they deserved it. Every last one of them. Because Jedi lie, and they manipulate, and every act of charity or kindness they do, you can drag it out squirming into the light and see it for what it is. The galaxy doesn't need Jedi arrogance or Jedi hypocrisy anymore. The Jedi, the Sith, you don't get it, do you? To the galaxy, they're the same thing. Just men and women with too much power, squabbling over religion while the rest of us burn. At least the Sith are honest about what they're killing for. The Jedi are pacifists, except in times of war. They're teachers, except when it comes to telling their students the truth. And when they save you, it's only so you can suffer more. Whatever, just leave me alone. I don't know why I'm wasting my time with you anyway. Well, don't get too attached to me. I don't like it. It's because I'm a deserter. It's what I do. Served in both of them. Against the Mandalorians, before and after Revan, and again, when Revan declared war on the Jedi. Because I followed orders. But it was more than that. You were there. You knew how easy it was to hate the Jedi who sat back in the Republic, evaluating the threat, and watched us die against the Mandalorians. Because you can't believe in the Republic anymore after the Mandalorian Wars. After Revan, nothing was the same. Right after that final battle at Malachor, I was right there with the rest of the defectors, because it was the right thing to do. No, it wasn't. We needed the Jedi during the Mandalorian Wars, more than anything. The Mandalorians were slaughtering us by the millions. The millions. You were at Serico, when they turned the Stayrib cities into glass craters. At Duro, when Basilisk war droids rained like meteors onto the orbiting cities. And when the Mandalorians set fire to the Zoxan plains on Ares III, the fires that still burn. Without the Jedi who turned on the Council, without you, the Republic would have lost the war, and we would all be Mandalorian slaves or corpses. If that's what you want to call knowing when to fight and when to kill, then yes. But you can't really break down people into Sith and Jedi and expect everything to make sense. We were loyal to Revan. That was enough. He saved us. After Malachor, after the Mandalorian Wars, that's when the Sith teachings started spreading through the ranks. We knew where our loyalties lay. To the Jedi who came to help us, not the ones who sat back on Dantooine and Coruscant, watching us die. So when those same Jedi who watched us die decided to start fighting us during the Jedi Civil War, we fought back. I fought back. I didn't fight Jedi. I killed them. A lot of them. People say killing Jedi is hard. It's not. You just have to be smart about it. No blasters, no getting close to them, no attacking them directly when you can gun down their allies instead. There's ways of gassing them, drugging them, making them lose control, torturing them. I was really good at it. What's worse is that killing them wasn't the best thing. Making them fall. Making them see our side of it. That was the best. I taught myself techniques. It's hard for Jedi to sense what you're really thinking if you throw up walls of strong emotions and feelings. Lust, impatience, cowardice. Most Jedi awareness doesn't cruise beyond the surface feelings, to see what's deeper. And I was good at that, throwing up walls. And my superiors knew it. Sometimes the Jedi on our side wouldn't even realize I was there. Yeah, I had a talent for it. More like instinct. I wasn't the only one. I know you left at the Mandalorian Wars, so you don't know much about what went on behind the scenes in the Jedi Civil War. But Revan understood one thing. The real battle was going to be fought between the Jedi on both sides. That was the only battle that mattered. Whoever had the most, the strongest Jedi were going to win the Civil War. If Revan couldn't convert Jedi, Revan would kill them. So Revan trained elite Sith units into assassination squads, whose duty was to go out and capture enemy Jedi. I was in one of the special units trained to do this. Revan had plans for all Jedi. I think it was important that the Jedi see his side of things, the Sith teachings. Revan wanted to break them, and then have them join him. One day, I decided not to do it anymore, so I left. Ended up on Nar Shaddaa, became someone else. Because you've killed Jedi too. Different circumstances, but you have a bigger body count than I ever did. And I've been with you only a short time. Enough to know that as soon as someone signs on with you, they haven't got long to live. You got history, and anyone who travels with you doesn't. And maybe I want somebody to know who I was in case a story needs to be set straight. Maybe you understand. Well, there was a woman, a Jedi. She gave her life for mine. I never knew her name. She sought me out. She said she had come to save me. She was lying, of course, or I think she was. It doesn't matter. She told enough truth to get my attention. She said that Revan was doing something terrible to Jedi within the unknown regions. That when we captured Jedi, they were sent to a place designed to break them. And that anyone in his service who showed any ability with the Force was sent there too, to turn them, to break them into dark Jedi, or assassins trained to kill Jedi. She said that's what would happen to me, that I had the Force inside me. That's why I was so good at killing Jedi. And that when the Sith learned of it, there would be no escape, no turning back. I would become an instrument of the dark side, forever. I had heard talk in the ranks, troops vanishing. I knew what she meant, but I didn't believe her, or want to believe her. I did what I did with all Jedi. I hurt her. I hurt her a lot. And then, right when I thought she couldn't take any more, she showed me the Force, in my head. And I felt everything she felt. And I heard just an echo of what the Force was, and how what I was doing, I think I loved her. But it wasn't that kind of love. It was the kind of love where you're willing to give up everything for someone you don't even know. I killed her for crawling in my head, for showing me that. But before she opened her mind to mine, my only thought was that I would love to kill her. And at the end, I killed her because I loved her. In the end, she sacrificed herself to keep my secret, to prevent the Sith from knowing about that touch of the Force inside me. She wasted her life to save me. Me. And I felt her die when she opened her mind. I've killed Jedi, like I said, but I was never there to feel it, to be on the receiving end. And after that, I couldn't stop feeling things. Before, guilt, lust, impatience. It had been orchestrated to get close. Now it all just kept tumbling out, and I couldn't keep doing what I was doing. So I left. I fled with the displaced war veterans to Nar Shaddaa, and I lost myself there, until the war came to an end. I wanted no more of Jedi, or Dark Jedi, or the Force. I just wanted to be left alone. And then, I met you on Paragus. And I thought maybe she had saved me so that I could help you. And if I can't, then I have to try. I didn't want to tell you any of this, but I had to. Because if something happens, I can't let you think I was doing it for something other than the past. Once, a Jedi showed me the Force. I heard it. I felt it. At the time, there was too much pain to confront it. Because if I did, it meant I would be changed into something else. Now, I'm not afraid of it anymore. And I think that by learning how to use it, I can help protect you. Or at least buy you some time when disaster comes screaming in. I want to learn how to use the Force. I want to learn how to use the Force to help you. What must I do? Is there some ritual, or...
Why are you here?
Because I told her. Told her everything.
Ah, and now you are free.
Yeah, so no more threats, no more of your requests. You and me, we're done.
Did you ever think I truly held you? You're more of a fool than I thought. What truly held you was you. And let me show you why. I once held the galaxy by the throat, as you once held her by the throat and let her die slowly. And your emotion at that point is what you feel. I can unlock that part of you anytime I wish. It is a simple thing, the human mind. Once it feels something strongly, it becomes etched in the memory, the subconscious. Shall I show you? That part of you that hungered to kill Jedi, that took pleasure from it? Or perhaps you will continue to listen to my counsel, and I shall ignore your pathetic attempts at freedom. Now leave me, murderer. I have nothing further to say to one such as you.
Is there? Must be hearing things, but for a moment.
What does a Jedi see? Only what I allow them to see.
Who are you? What are you doing on this
Enough. What did you see in the web of worlds that have died? What did you see when you saw it through the Force?
I see the death of the galaxy. Of life, first. I thought it was just conquest. But it's more terrible than that. It's an echo, spreading outwards, killing everything. It's not possible.
You are a wasted pawn of the Republic, young one. You could have been so much more, even with your wide-eyed innocence, your naive love for others. Now you understand the magnitude of what is being done.
I know you. Not even the markings of the dark side can hide it. Why have you done this?
I? Do you think I seek the death of all living things? There is no victory in such things. I do not want to win our war like this, little Jedi. When I win, I wish it to be because I was right, my teachings true.
How long have you been here? Among us?
You know the truth. I have always been here, watching and listening to the echo you have found. You know its source and what must be done.
I will not let you hurt her.
Little Jedi, you cannot stop me. But you will forget this. Your mind is worse than the others, so open, so trusting. Your feelings for her are your weakness. Yet I will gift you with this. You will remember what you have discovered when the time is correct. Know that you have seen what formerly only I knew. Now we shall see if you have the strength to stop what comes.
Got a minute?
I'm a little busy here. What is it?
Won't take more than a minute.
All right, I'll work while you talk.
Look, your friend, the Jedi, you know her from way back, don't you? How much do you know about her, really?
Her? You mean the general? Yeah, during the war, if that's what you mean by way back. Can't say I know too much about her, though.
Better than anyone else on this ship. Just give me your opinion, okay? And don't laugh.
I'm trying to work here, Atton.
I was just wondering if you thought maybe she and I might...
Being serious.
You said you wouldn't laugh.
You are being serious. Atton, she was a general. I was just a tech. Your guess is about as good as mine.
Well, what's your guess, then?
I'm getting back to work.
Hey! I'm being serious here. You're laughing at me? I'll put you on the scrap heap, you walking tin can.
Not a very good idea. Entering a Mandalorian's room uninvited, why don't you back up to the point where you were standing outside the door and rethink your decision?
Hoto non sa nonna, prontango animo non ta saca.
Tanto todos, tu karata. Dos kachi, kawana abawa. Tena jara, tomachunga, karota. Tanto todos, tu karata. Miranganorot. Nunchka wana sicho, ranabamanga kan. Mopidawa just. Dos kachi, kawana abawasi. Tanto todos, tu karata. Miranganoroto. Kroto no ranga manatandi koroto. Mopiluna wana si jinsi wano bosh. Tanto todos, tu karata. Miranganoroto. Dosi mana rach. Nunchka wana sicho ranabamanga kan. Mopita posa non chirinta masukin kura wanka. Posong chin. Tanto todos, tumukarata. May ranga no roto. Kroto no ranga manatandi koroto. Mopilo na wana si Jin si wano bosh. Posa non chirinta masukin kura wanka. Posong chin. Nunchka wana si jo rana pamanga kan. Mopita wacho si muchuto. Doso kachi kawana abaw. Doso kachi kawana abawasi. Minsukray masukun batungala. Meron tono junsara ka roto. Doso kachi kawana abawasi. Preguntas horicidan gelfa. Favorit gelfa vanino van gelfa. Preguntas horicidan. Sidan gelfa vanino van gelfa. Preguntas horicidan gelfa. Gelfa vanino van gelfa.
I don't know who you are, but you picked the wrong room to break into. No harm done. For a minute, I thought you might have been someone else. My wife, Ada. There's a chance she may be here on Nar Shaddaa. A lot of refugees ended up here after the Jedi Civil War. I came here to see if I could track her down. Thing is, I can't get into the refugee sector. And even if I could, I'm not sure I could find her. I've been here for weeks, hoping to see her face. All I've done is watch my credits burn away to nothing. What? Is there any way to get her out? I can't believe she's still alive. This is the best news I've heard in years. Please, whatever you can do, I'd appreciate it.
Baboskatwana, chichubamus. Moloda nawinki sa toma no. Kawana bota yutatanga kinamatura. Kawana bota yutatanga kinamatura. Taya Mungachinor da imbrei wanachiki Drumba bambwa Kontichan munka Gavadumba kusu Bon socho di lowa kwage bug Tong hite mosi joktia yumba ditawa
Time to even the odds. The opposition first, then we can talk.
More where that came from.
This one is mine.
Back again? Is there anything I can do for you? What? Lutra's here? Please! You must help me get to him! The exchange is circling the sector like Shyrex. If one of us should slip free, they will hunt us down and punish us. Deal with the exchange? You might as well wrestle with the planet. This branch of the exchange is run by Sequesh, a Quarren with ties to Visquis himself. Visquis is the exchange boss here on Shaddaa, at least in this sector. You don't want to cross him. There's usually a battalion of hired guns lurking in the shadows behind him. Please, don't cause any trouble on my behalf. If you harm any of the exchange here, they'll take it out on us 100-fold.
Sancha mori. I have been poisoned. Mawani dinjori kitsodu sobarenwa. Dorjine sobawata. Kavadumba mosora ku aili adontenya. Dachi motu gamsa. Dahirembe wanakum paile mokata. Takom taktus miki mokokla. Kachi chukesa honota. Kavadumba mosora ku aili adontenya. Dachi motu gamsa. Dahuba botenya go chuchu iti. Doverinita.
I have been poisoned.
Dachi motu gamsa. Kawana bota ayuka taikwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka ulwanji yumalifa. Chanek ma winbok lelen korso baramwe. Kawana bota ayuka taikwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka ulwanji yumalifa. Chanek ma winbok lelen korso baramwe. Moga chi norda hirembe wanachi. Kati mogoka. Durum pabanakaras manga. Kalalava dumba kumpaile mokata.
I have been poisoned.
Darabinuko sobaramwe. Masako chiro chuchuti em kamsa. Dachi mo danchanek ma winbok lelen telemebilan. Dahirembe wana kumpaile mokata. Takom taktus miki mogoka. Kachi chu esa honuma.
I have been poisoned. I have been poisoned. Been poisoned.
Malampro tarawanti casa samcha para watasha kontia chama umbrata tiwas. Tonata bias via. Gicho watana kunera que te dinito para más nucho. Kavatumpa munsuru kuplaiya. Bo bagaragawata yaitua ulwanji uma. Kawana bota yutatanga kinamata.
I have been poisoned.
Kayaita tapos nanhansata. Kawana bota yutatanga kinamatura. Tayaita tapos nanhansata.